Drops 2 for the multiplayer 3 program and what to do for the future. Boston City Connect Red Sox conquest map, and do you want to complete it now? The Moonshot program had a common replace. A new headliner enters the show shop, and this one's a good one. Roster update predictions, my list for you all. Join our Discord where our community named LYLT is ever growing. We give sneak peeks into roster update predictions. The link is inside the description and you can select what notifications you want. Also, we stream daily on Twitch. Link is inside the description as well as our social medias if you want to keep up with us. But as I always say, you are on YouTube, so don't forget to hit that like button or subscribe button, notification bell here first. We got Team Affinity Color Storm coming and how to prepare for it, as well as a Team Affinity My Journey update and what exactly does that mean. A quick tutorial on the best way to make stubs inside MLB The Show. And last but not least, you can't forget that this Friday we also are getting May Spotlight. So with all this content, let's start with the multiplayer program. Mike Piazza is one of the best catchers in the game. They are finally making exceptional cards. I give this an A+. Regardless of what fan you are in terms of Dodgers or Mets, this is a card that can play on anyone's team. Inside of the reward path, you are also getting the Rewind World Series pack, and in total 35,000 experience. Really quickly, let's discuss rewind packs. A couple of days or even the day before the new drop of missions comes, you most likely want to sell any of the cards that are inside the rewind packs that are going to be coming to the game. For example, before drop 3, if you have an Andy Pettit or a Jimmy Rollins, you will most likely want to sell those guys off. And if you're one of the first ones to obtain these packs, you also want to go ahead and sell them off as soon as possible because they will drop in price just like Martin and Chipper Jones did. The drop 2 missions are pretty simple: home runs, extra base hits, stolen bases, then PXP total bases, and PXP with Mike Piazza. For the Red Sox conquest map, you're gonna want to get as many open territories as possible to begin, so make a beeline either towards the Yankees or the Dodgers, more likely the Dodgers than the Yankees, and capture as many open territories and then go next to the stronghold whenever you are ready to play it out. Now 4.5k XP could be good XP for you to save and store for when the next inning drops. Inside of the Moonshot program, Jose Alvarado, who has been caught with PEDs, is taken out. Tanner Scott replaces him, and a lot of people are asking, if we already completed X amount of the reward path to obtain Jose Alvarado, are we going to be able to get Tanner Scott too? This is big because getting Tanner Scott for free essentially means you don't have to spend 100k plus stubs on one of the higher end diamond cards in order to get your hands on Byron Buxton. What do you think though? Do you think they'll give us a free one, or say, hey man, if you got Jose Alvarado and locked him in, that's too bad? As I said, they've been making better cards. I give this one an A+2. This is a headliner's Tristan Casas. He is a platoon hitter, but my oh my, with that clutch, that contact, that power, if you got a righty against you starting, you're gonna either want to platoon him or just keep him there until they bring that lefty. And even with the lefty, 105 clutch is gonna be able to handle itself well. Mike Garcia has cooled off, but I still like his chances to go up to a 79 to 80 overall. Ideally, this is going to be one that if he does not hit 80, his price is going to tank, and you will be able to either reinvest in him or go ahead and just continue on holding whatever you have until he does hit that gold margin, and then you can quick sell him for all the stubs. Jake Myers, I also still like to hit that 80 overall. His defense is amazing, so it helps him out tremendously, and he hasn't cooled off as much. He's still putting up numbers. Buxton, now he's injured currently, 7-day concussion, but before that, he was on track to go diamond. I still think SDS gives him the benefit of the doubt and gives him that diamond overall, especially because he has history of being diamond in previous years. So I'm seeing an 85 to an 86 overall. Machado has cooled off a bit, but I still like his chances to go diamond as well. Similar to Byron Buxton, he has diamond history. 85 overall is what I think you should hold on to him until he gets, because he's eventually going to do it this year. Schwarber is supercharged, so his price is a little inflated. I don't have him going diamond just yet, but I do have him going to an 83 to 84 overall, but his price is basically already at what you would get unless he gets to an 84 overall, which then you can make like 200 stubs a profit. Swanson, to me, is a sneaky good investment because he has diamond history and he's picking it up. So if he continues at this pace with that fielding defensively, all he needs is a little pop against righties, and you can almost guarantee he'll be an 85 overall. I have him going up to an 83, 84, but definitely long-term hold for diamond. Cal Raleigh, I have him going to an 85 overall. Might be a little bit higher than that. Maybe hits an 86 depending on how generous SDS is. But I think he's done enough to be our next diamond catcher. Perdomo, 78 overall, has history of being gold. I think he goes up to an 80 to 81 overall. Wilson Contreras, I still believe that he is a long-term hold for gold. I don't think he hits gold this update as he has cooled off, but I do believe that getting him while he's cheap is a lot better than getting him when he's hyped up. Although if he does not go gold, I do believe his price will drop and it will be an investment opportunity, so keep that in mind. Adames was hot with those 3 home runs that game, or however many home runs he hit inside that span, and then he cooled off a little bit. But just like Wilson Contreras, he has that gold history. He was a gold to start this year off, so all he needs to do is versus lefties in particular hit a little better. He hasn't done it within these 2 weeks, but any given 2 weeks that he's able to turn those numbers around while maintaining what he's doing against righties, he's a lock-in for gold. Listen to me carefully. Rafael Devers is destroying the baseball right now. 81, 82 overall. At 82 overall, he's selling for 900 stubs. So do you want to go ahead and make a 50 stub profit? Most likely not. Freeman is someone else I like. I see him going up to an 89 or 90. This is more of a collection warning if you don't have him just yet, because if he does hit that 90 overall, there is a good chance that his price is going to at least double what you're seeing right here, which is not too expensive for a 90 plus, but you'd rather get him now than later. Another diamond that I do believe is going 90 plus is Jose Ramirez. Now, this is another collection warning, but not everybody has 165k stubs to go ahead and spend. But this guy most likely is hitting high tier diamond of 90 plus. I have him going up to a 91, 92 overall, and I do believe his price is going to be 200k plus easily. CJ Abrams currently at 76. I have him going up to 79 with the slight chance of him hitting that gold. Right now, if you were to invest in him, unfortunately, you're making like 40 stubs profit. The supercharged man, Pete Crow Armstrong. His price is already inflated because he's supercharged. I have him going up to an 89 overall, which is a quick sell of 7,000 stubs. But this is also a collection warning. If you don't have him yet, you might as well go ahead and snag him before he does hit an 89 or possibly higher. But I do have him like 89 as the max I would give him. So I do think his price would go up a bit there too. Elliot Ramos, 78 overall, have him going up to an 80 overall, not really too much of a profit. Bellinger, 82 overall, have him going up to either an 83, 84, or potential diamond. Why potential diamond? Because he has diamond history. Long-term hold, this guy, if he continues to hit and finally wakes up, especially using that short porch, he'll go diamond. Riley Green got downgraded from gold to silver. He's gonna go back up to gold. Have him going up to an 80, 81 overall. Quick sell would be 600 at 81, which is a 30 stub profit. Probably not worth it. Our final hitter is gonna be Jacob Wilson. I have him going up to 78, 79 overall. So I don't have him going gold just yet, but it's possible. You never know. Right now, what his prices are does not quantify, or not, I don't know if quantify is the right word, but you don't want to invest in him. If he does go gold, he'll be selling for the quick sell value, which is a lot cheaper than what you would be buying him for right now. James Wood, 76 overall. I have him going 79, 80. He's selling for 474, 570. Same thing here. You probably would want him to hit diamond so you can buy him at 400 stubs. rather than compete against these guys. But the good thing about James Wood and what allows him to even be a potential diamond hold is the fact that he does not have a 3-year history. So what he does this season helps him out tremendously when it comes to his overall, but the defense is going to hold him back as well. Bryan Woo, I have him as a potential diamond. Pitchers are a lot more difficult to predict because in a 2 to 3 week time frame, you probably don't get as many starts as you would say is enough to go ahead and change attributes drastically, but I do believe Bryan Woo is on track to go diamond. Merrill Kelly is another pitcher I like, have him going up to 78, 79 overall, potential 80 overall. Could be a long-term hold if he continues pitching the way he's been pitching these last 3 weeks. The same thing could be said about Nick Martinez, but Nick Martinez is going to be a little bit more difficult to go ahead and hit that gold projection because he does not strike out a ton of hitters. But if he continues limiting hits while also not giving up home runs and not walking players, he definitely has that potential. I have him going up to a 77, 78 overall. Mr. Tariq Skubal, he just finished the game today. None of what has happened today is taken into consideration, by the way, for these roster update predictions. But he pitched 5 2/3, gave up 5 hits, got 8 strikeouts, only gave up one walk, and also gave up 1 home run. I really like his chances to go 90 plus, high tier diamond. This is also a collection warning. I think that this is a great price to go ahead and pick him up, considering he was selling for around 60K probably hours ago. But this performance has people scared. I still do think that he's either going to go 90 plus this update or in the following one. Andrew Abbott, 77 overall. Could see him being a good long-term hold value for going gold. I have him going up to a 79, 80, or 81 overall. Hunter Brown, 82 overall. That is already selling for nearly diamond. If he does not go diamond, definitely an investment opportunity. So keep that in mind. I have him going up to either an 83, 84, or 85. If he does not go diamond, his price will go to quick sell at whatever his new overall is, and you will want to pick him up. The exact same thing applies to Max Fried. The difference between Max Fried and Hunter Brown, although, and what might push him to becoming a diamond rather than Hunter Brown, is the fact he has diamond history. Vest, 75 overall, but has been one of the best relievers. I have him at 76 to 78 overall, somewhere between that range. Right now, you're not making too many stubs, if any at all, unless he hits a 78 overall. Joan Duran, I have him going up to an 80 to 81 overall. You're making a good amount of stubs. Regardless, you would hold him long term. And he has gold history. Mr. Danny Columb, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. I don't watch Twins games. I'm not gonna lie to you all, but I have him going up to an 82, 83 overall. Quick sell value at that would be 1,200 if you get the 83 overall. Luke Weaver, 81 to somewhere between an 82 and 84. Right now, the profit lies on him getting a +2 at an 83. That would be 1,200 stubs quick sell. If he goes to an 84, that's 1,500 quick sell in terms of profit. Lucas Urseg, 80 overall. Could see him going up to an 81, 82 overall. Right now, not too much profit unless he hits the 82 overall. Andres Munoz, I believe, is going to be that diamond reliever that comes into the roster update. He's been a diamond before. I see him going up to an 85 overall, but I wouldn't be surprised if they just give him a +1, because with relievers or pitchers in general, it's hard to go ahead and give them substantial upgrades. When it comes to team affinity, I'm not sure that Color Storm is going to apply to this current My Journey. Instead, as you guys, or I'm blocking it, you guys see that My Journey has its own section. I think Color Storm is going to have a tab underneath My Journey, and I think Color Storm is being added because we all complained that it sucks not having team affinity all the way until the All-Star break. I don't think this was necessarily planned, because if it was, then they probably would have added it to My Journey. Now, for the My Journey, it says we're getting an update. That most likely means we're going to get more tasks in order to get closer to the All-Star voucher. When it comes to Color Storm, as I just said, it most likely means we're going to get a new tab. And with a new tab, there is the possibility of doing exchanges. So that is how you would prepare. Usually 74 overall and 73 overall bronzes are the best cards to go ahead and exchange to get those extra points in terms of the tasks and team affinity progress to move along and get the diamond rewards as well as the packs, XP, and stubs a lot faster. And if there's a collection, get yourself done with that collection as well. So we're gonna finish this off with examples of how you can flip inside MLB The Show and make stubs. One of my biggest pieces of advice when it comes to flipping is generally, as an casual player, you want to stay away from players like Mike Piazza. You want to stay away from players like George Springer. You want to stay away from players like Pedro Martinez. Anything that is new to the game is going to drop in value quick because a lot more people are going to be getting their hands on it. You want to go for either live series that's going to be in almost every single standard pack, or you want to go after a card inside of a program that has exclusive packs being awarded inside of Conquest or within the program itself. Why, you might ask? Well, the more the cards are in circulation, when it means players are obtaining them, the faster you get to flip the cards and you're not holding on to them where they could potentially lose value or gain value. But the longer you hold on to them, the more stubs you're losing in terms of what you could be flipping. So this Prince Fielder could be an example, but this is another card I would stay away from since in Diamond Quest a lot of people are getting him. But you could create a buy order for Prince Fielder for, let's say, 12,205 stubs and then sell them for 13,987 stubs, and you're making roughly 300 stubs per time you sell them. Now keep in mind, you're gonna have to face competition, and a lot of people are going to be doing this as well. For live series, there's opportunities everywhere. You just have to always keep in mind that 10% cut. For example, look at Zach Wheeler. If you were to buy him at 16,305 stubs and then sell him for 18,333 stubs, you are going to be making around 195 stubs. You might say that's not a lot, but as you create more and more buy orders of different players that you find these margins with, you're gonna start making roughly 1K stubs every 5 minutes, and then it's just going to continue compounding. Another way you could do this is by selling uniforms, unlockables, stadiums as well, sponsorships, equipment. But keep in mind, some of these move a lot slower than others, and of course there's always competition. Don't forget, in order to flip, you want to create a buy order 1 stub above whatever the sellable top order is, and then when you are ready to sell him, you want to sell him 1 stub below whatever the top buy order is, and make sure that whatever you are buying that card at, after you sell them with the 10% cut, you are making a profit, even if the card drops in value by, let's say, 2 to 3%. That is going to be all for us today. May Spotlight also drops this Friday, so keep that in mind. If you guys did end up enjoying the content today, hit that like button or subscribe button, notification bell. Inside the description is our Discord, our Twitch, where we stream daily, social media links where you can keep up with me. But have a blessed day and night. Stay positive, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out.